reading. So the first one we're going to do is Gemini. So this is for the new moon in Leo. So Gemini, this is from May 21st to June 21st. So this is for my Geminis, okay? So first we're going to get the overall of the energy that is going on with you, Gemini. This is going to be basically geared towards somebody that's on your mind. Excuse me. So you have the Magician in reverse. So it could be, you could be dealing with a Virgo. And this is also Gemini. So it's Gemini and Virgo energy. I knew there's another one in there somewhere. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so that's about maybe like an... So the Two of Pentacles would be... Pentacles are like earth signs. So you definitely be dealing with a Virgo or with an earth sign, which is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, and we have the Star. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. This is healing. And then I'll get to this in a second. So Magician in reverse can be like trickery or like the Page of Wands. Okay, so this could be like trickery or... So the Magician is all about like concentration, right? Look, it's not over. Whatever this is, whatever you guys are, whatever this is about, it's not over, okay? So definitely Gemini, Virgo energy right here. The Magician is the major arcana, so he is the first... After the Fool, he's the first person to actually, that the Fool, you know, like the Fool's journey. So he's the first one that the Fool actually meets, right? So this is like the as above, so below, or having all that we need, or also in a sense of the energy as above, so below, meaning that we are the vessels of energy, like, right? So we can have the energy come through us. But this is ruled by Mercury, and it's like the power of concentration. So in reverse, like I said, it could be like tricks or trickery or scattered forces, confusion, inability to make choices, and manipulation. So that's what I was thinking right away. So there might have been some kind of manipulation in this situation. And also, the reason why I was thinking the inability to make choices is because of the Two of Pentacles is here, right? So the Two of Pentacles is where the guy is basically like juggling the Two Pentacles with the 8, remember? The infinity. And he's like dancing, right? So this is like making a choice. So Pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. That's why I said I really think that this might be with an earth sign or with a Virgo. So the Two of Pentacles is Jupiter and Capricorn specifically. So it's the Lord of harmonious change, right? So there was some kind of change, right? Something that I think that wasn't expected in this connection, okay? Whether it was on your part or their part, you know, just because of this situation, that's why I think that maybe it was a friend with benefits or just something that had ended up transpiring that was never, didn't believe that it could have ever gotten there. You know what I mean? Like, let's say that you open a book and you're like, oh, this book isn't going to be that good, but it ends up being amazing. That's what I feel like this is kind of like, has something to do with that, the energy in this. So the Two of Pentacles is like flexibility, change, adaptability. Could also be like travel. But, yeah, so, and it's also, to me, it's like making a decision, right? There's Two Pentacles, and he's trying to find an even flow in life, right? So then we have the Star in reverse. So the Star in reverse, this is Aquarius energy. So this is about healing, right? The chakras. So this is in reverse. This is telling me that you got, either you or them, somebody was not healed. Of course, I mean, that's the reason why we kind of meet our people, the people that we are in relationships. We learn, the reason why they're so hard is because we learn more about ourselves. Okay. So a lot of 9 times out of 10, when you're in a relationship, you can't always blame the other person, or they can't always blame you, because often we mirror our partners because we learn more about ourselves in every relationship. Okay. Whether it's a friendship or romantic relationship, it doesn't matter. We always learn more about ourselves. That's what relationships are all about. Okay. So now we have the Page of Wands. So this is like the, well, wands are fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and pages are like announcements, or they're also like messengers, okay? But they say that they're young because they are young and immature. And I'm not saying anybody was immature in this, so don't get, you know, I'm not being in a context of saying that somebody was immature, but it could have been even like an immature way of loving. Like let's say the first time that you ever fell in love. Okay, so you're not going to be an expert at love, right? It's kind of like the immature version of it. It's the child version of it until you actually grow and learn about it, right? So pages are not signifiers at all. In the court cards, they're just not. But like I said, they do bring new cycles, announcements, messengers. So the Page of Wands is fire and earth, so it's quickening to come alive, vitality. So whatever this is, it probably came very fast. The feelings, the emotions, you know, it kind of like, you know, where you met each other and it just, you know, all of a sudden you guys were, you know, you got to crawl before you walk, you guys were running, right? So that's why I kind of get this kind of energy. So let's see the kind of energy that your person that you're thinking about. Let's see the energy. Now this is the beginning, okay? This is how their energy was kind of like in a situation, okay? Not in the beginning, but just a situation. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so I'm wanting to grow, right? So aces are brand new change card. Wands are passion. So it's also fire. You could be dealing with fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. This is like the beginning of passion or beginning of an action, right? So that's good. All God's hands are in, you know, the aces because they're of spirit. They're on the top of the tree of life. So it's brand new, okay? This one fell. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So definitely could be dealing with a Virgo, right? So there's another pentacle or earth sign, like I said. So the Nine of Pentacles. So pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. And nines are, why you don't like to take them as September, but they're also like an accumulation of a suit or self, right? So this is like the young version of the Virgo card. So there's a lot of cards that represent Virgo in this deck. And this is like the youngest version of Virgo. Right? So like I said, this is the beginning of something. So they probably have never felt this way before or didn't think that they would ever feel this way about somebody before. Nines are like a foundation, like I said, about self. So this is Venus and Virgo. So imagine that. Venus is the planet of love. Virgo is self, right? So this is the Lord of material gain. So it's gained, okay? So it's having all that you need, contentment, taking care of nature and nature's creatures, right? So basically, it's like when Venus is love and there's a garden, that garden is going to prosper because there's love, right? Venus is there. So something wanting to grow, and I definitely could be dealing with a Virgo or with an earth sign, like I said. Now let's find out your energy in this. So they were like, they got into something that they weren't expecting. Both of you, probably. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles with you. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So Seven of Pentacles, that's where he's looking at that, you know, that heap of garden, wondering if it was worth it or not. Like, did I go through all this blood, sweat, and tears? Look at Hermit, Virgo card. Wow. If you're not dealing with a Virgo, I'd be shocked. But you can also just be in the energy of the Hermit too as well. So the Seven of Pentacles. So like I said, Pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the card where it's like, did I do all this for nothing? Was this a waste of time? You know, was this not what I thought it was? Like that kind of energy, okay? So one of my favorite, this is one of my favorite cards, and this is what I'm going to tell you why. This is a very magical card to me. Let me see if I can find it first. But the reason why, yes, right away. The reason why it's so magical is because of the way that it is. Okay, so let's say right now, you know, you can see he's looking down and disappointed. He's like, God, I did all this for this? Like, that's it? All this blood, sweat, tears, all this time, this is all I got from this? He looks disappointed, right? So you take it away and you change your mindset. You know, be like, you know what? Let's switch it up. So the glass was half empty, right? Now let's say that glass is half full. You know what? This wasn't too bad. And even though, you know, it was hard, I learned a lot and I grew. And this garden kind of grew too, and it's almost as tall as I am. And now doesn't it look like he's looking down at it adoringly? So that's my favorite concept of this card, is that things are going to be the way that we look at them, the way our mindset is, right? Gems, you are air signs. We're all mentalities, right? So it's going to be whatever you think it's going to be, right? So then here's the Hermit card. So the thing about the Hermit is he is the wisest one of the zodiac. And the reason why he's the wisest is because in the beginning of the Fool journey, right, he gains knowledge and he becomes the Hermit because now he's wise, okay? So then he goes to a snow-capped mountain and he basically, if he needs to figure something out, he does that because he doesn't want to have any outer influence, all right? He doesn't want anybody to influence his decisions. He doesn't want, you know, the tainted, skewed perceptions, you know, things like that, right? So he sits there and he will, go within interior and until he seeks a solution. When he's ready, he goes on his way, and he has the staff, which is his power and his vitality, right? And then he has his lantern, and that's to illuminate the next few steps. And he believes in himself, and he believes in God, and as long as he keeps moving forward the next 2 steps, then he knows that it's never going to steer him wrong, right? Because he does believe in himself and believe in God. So that's why he doesn't need something that's going to illuminate the whole entire journey, because he doesn't need to know that. We're not going to know the whole entire journey, right? We can't. So this is kind of telling that maybe you might have had a little bit of control where you wanted to know what was going to happen in the future. Somebody that's young in this kind of situation kind of makes me feel like maybe they weren't as committed to this as you were. So then you kind of like isolated yourself, you see, because your glass was not half full, it was half empty. You probably weren't looking at it like, because the reason why I think that is because of self, not just because, it's a Virgo. This is your energy and you were in their energy. So you might have isolated yourself. You might have took yourself out of the equation kind of, because you weren't seeing the fruits of your labor, if you will, right? Because of this Magician card was in reverse, right? So there wasn't really, I don't think that there was trickery. Could have been manipulation, take it as it resonates, guys. But to me, it was just, this is Gemini and Virgo energy. And I think that things had happened way too fast. You guys were not healed, and there's a lot of passion, and this is where, the candle blew out too fast because everything was too fast, right? The impulse of, and you can't help it, when you meet that person, but Virgo is also a teacher. So maybe you were here to help teach them, or they were teaching you, vice versa. Like maybe you guys could be twin flames. Just take it as it resonates, guys. But this is their energy now. So we have the Hanged Man and the 5 of Swords. Interesting. So this is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Hanged Man is where he sacrifices something. He surrenders himself. He actually puts himself on a, here, I'll get this picture. He surrenders himself to see something in a different way or a different light, right? He suspends himself into time so that he can see something in a different point of view, in a different way, right? So he might be having a changed mind, a changed thought, okay? He might be seeing something differently now that he wasn't seeing before, or he or she, I'm sorry, there's no, gender in the spirit world. So take it as it resonates, guys. So right here, the Hangman. See how he's suspended in time? So he's hanging here to see, he's got the halo around his head. He's got a very serene look on his face. So it's not like he's doing this on his own accord, right? It's like a sacrifice, or he wants to see something in a different way, or he is seeing something in a different way, in a different light, right? A different point of view. And it's kind of amazing if it is, an earth sign, because earth signs are extremely stuck in their ways. They're very, I wouldn't say stubborn, but they are stubborn, and not because of their arrogance. I mean, higher or lower polarity, that's all that matters. But what I mean by that is that they're very solid in what they believe in. They're very, like Taurus is like binding by God or faith or law. Like, it would be like like a contract, right? And then Virgo is all about self, so they're very wise. And Capricorn is very determined and they're hard workers. So that's what I mean by that. So getting them to actually look at something in a different way is kind of impressive. And then we have the 5 of Swords. So swords represents our air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it's your energy. 5s are testing, their conflict. So the 5 of Swords would be, sorry guys, I'm getting over a really bad cold. So 5 of Swords would be Saturn and Leo energy. And this would be like, the Lord of Strife. Okay, so this is where, oh no, that's the Lord, that's the Wand, sorry about that. So the 5 of Swords would be Venus and Aquarius, which is the Lord of Defeat. Okay, so they feel defeated. So now they must have felt defeated after, I mean, I'm getting a sense that you guys are not together, right? Because there wasn't a choice made. There was no healing, right? 7 of Pentacles, Magician. We can pull more cards, but even if you are together right now, so something had, there's no healing here. There's something here that kind of doesn't seem like, that you guys are still together, but you could be, you could be, but the reason why I say this, because here it's saying that, so this is like, this could have been like a friends with benefits situation, because this is the reason why. So Venus and Aquarius, Venus is about love, right? But Aquarius is also about like, they don't do well with the we, okay? So it's more about self, okay? So friends with benefits. See, there's a better light, better shadow. So there's something about Venus and Aquarius that kind of like, yeah, this is why I think it's the, I'm going to explain to you why I think it is the friends with benefits situation. Because, this is swords, right? Yes. Because Aquarius doesn't sit well with Aquarius. I mean, Venus doesn't sit well with Aquarius. So Aquarius is like a mystical, so this is the air sign, right? So, but Aquarius is also about the healing aspect, but it's about the healing aspect of self, not so much as the we, I guess you could say, right? So here we go. 5 of Swords. Okay, I just want to see this really quick to, oh, okay, I have it this way, my bad. Okay, Lord of Defeat. So this is the Lord of Defeat, like I said. So I think that there's something. So this is a mental suit. So Venus is love and Aquarius is a love sign. But it's the sign of universal love. So it doesn't do so well on the one-to-one basis. See what I'm saying? Universal love would be like in a whole, not on a one-to-one, like a relationship basis, right? So that's why I think it would be like friends with benefits, right? Because it's a friendship sign. It's not so much of a lover sign. It's a friendship sign. So that's why I think that it might have been like friends with benefits. It could have been friends with benefits, or you know, that's what you thought it would be. A lot of times nowadays that's what people do. They would actually just do friends with benefits. And it just, I don't think it ever goes good, guys, if that's the case here. But this is the Lord of Defeat. Yeah, so this is like the voice of slander, right? So this person might have been kind of critical, maybe critical to you. But like I said, we often mirror our partners, so we'll project onto them. So like if they were insecure, they would actually put all their insecurities onto you. Right? And no, that's not fair, but no, just I hope you know that it's not, it never was because of you, right? 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah, so that says it all. 10s are completion, Cups are our emotions, feelings, relationships. So this would be like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So 10s are on the bottom, and 10 of Cups. So this is like the Lord of materialization, right? So in reverse, this is telling me that you were living a good life, but you weren't getting anything from it. Okay. Maybe there was no spirituality in this, or, maybe there was not emotions, right? So, you know, like what I mean by that is like maybe they were an avoidant and you were an anxious, or, you know, maybe you were an avoidant, or maybe you were healthy and they were, you know what I'm saying? Just the reason why is because of this card and this card, you know, like, so they have the Lord of Defeat. So they feel defeated for some reason, right? So the 4 of Swords in reverse and the Emperor. Wow. 4-4, guys. Interesting. So yeah, this is in reversal. This is like telling me that, maybe you missed the whole point of something, or you guys missed the whole point of something. Take it as it resonates, guys. Like I said, we do mirror our partners. So whether it's you or them, sometimes like, no, it was them. Yeah, okay. But don't forget that we mirror our partners. So let's clarify a couple of things here, gems, okay? So we have the Magician in reverse. Spirit, can you please tell me why the Magician is in reverse here for our Geminis? Why is the Magician in reverse? I just feel like that was your guys' energy, right? So just if you were dealing with a Virgo, you weren't, then this is just basically saying that the concentration level was blocked, right? The Magician is like a manifester, right? So the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Page of Pentacles are announcements. They are changes of cycles, right? So the Aces are the biggest change suit, right? And then the Pages are next. So the Aces would be like the beginning of the change, right? And then the Pages would be the like the graduation change of like you're a different person now and you're a teenager now, so you're not in an elementary anymore. So now that after a cycle, this is the next change after that, right? So after the Ace is the biggest change, then you go through the 10s, and then this would be this before you graduate. This is it. Ta-da! But this is in reverse, right? So Pentacles, again, guys, you have to be dealing with a air sign, an earth sign. Sorry. I'm a Gemini, so oftentimes I'll fumble over my words. I am not perfect, guys. I don't pretend to be. I never will be. So just please bear with me with my screw up, because I screw up a lot. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to tell you the energies that you're in, the energies that are around you, and I cannot predict the future because we have free will. That's why when you watch tarot readings, you're like, that never happens. Because the reason why is because just like they can change their mind, so can we, right? So today you go left, tomorrow you go right. I can't predict that. I can only tell you the energy that you're in right now, have you see something in a different way, different light, to get a better handle on the situation, either to move on or carry on, or get it on, whatever. So just take it as it resonates, guys. Okay, and don't make it make sense. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Okay, so pages, like I said, they are like announcements or messengers. So the Page of Pentacles is earth and earth, so this is consolidation. So this is like making firm with something, right? Or bringing into one mass. That's what a magician does. He's a manifester, right? He would bring something into one mass. So in reverse, this is telling me, like I said, that something didn't come together, right? There's something about this that just you couldn't make it work, right? So there's no change. And it would be like Pentacles would be anything in our physical material world, right? Earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is like home, work, body, relationship, right? So that's what I'm saying. This is the reason why. That's exactly what happened. So the Magician in reverse couldn't consolidate it together, couldn't bring it to one mass, right? Couldn't make it work. So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, because of the immaturity, right? There goes the Virgo. You definitely have to be dealing with an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Remember I told you this is Virgo? This is Venus in Virgo. A lot of love, right? But this is the immature version of it. And I'm not saying that person was immature. What I mean by that is like maybe they never loved as deep like this before. So they didn't know what to do. Maybe they weren't sharing their emotions. Just take it as it resonates. But something here was lacking because you started thinking, hey, was this worth it? Sevens are illusionary, right? So there's something there like that was making you start to think that, maybe this wasn't what I thought it was. And let's clarify the Star in reverse. So the Star in reverse would be, oh yeah. See, you guys were rushing in, right? You rushed in too much. This went way too fast. This is where you go head on, and it's just, that's where you're in a lane and you're going 100 miles an hour. You're going to hit something head on, right? You're not taking your time. You're not thinking things through. You're not thinking before acting. You're not thinking before talking, right? All nights are movement. So when it's lower, because this is in reverse, that's exiting, right? So that's what I'm saying. And it's younger, immaturity, right? So on the upright, it would be younger. And when it's on the lower, it's immaturity. So like I said, they might not have known what they got themselves into. They were probably, if this was friends with benefits, they were never planning on falling in love. But there was love here, right? There definitely was love here. Or there was some kind of passion here. Why did I think there was love? I mean, it's not seen one. Why would I think that there was love? I'm not saying that there wasn't love. I'm just saying there's no cups here. Oh, 10 of Cups. Interesting. So the Star in reverse is you guys went way too fast. You didn't take things slow. You didn't think things through before you actually did it. This is Gemini. This is yearning to learn, searching, curiosity. So on the lower polarity, it's all over the place. Self-destructive, curiosity, using your mind incorrectly, mind on fire, not thinking things through. We get to that passion like, oh, I have this guy is so perfect for me, but is he really? We ignore the red flags. We don't want to see the red flag. We don't even see red, at that time. We just see green, go, 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 so that definitely makes sense, right? Went way too fast. So can you please clarify the Page of Wands? Why is the Page of Wands here? So now remember, pages are announcements, wands are, or it's also messengers, but this is also about passion. So the Page of Wands would be the impulse to freedom, because if that's the reason why. So they probably felt like, oh no, I'm not going to lose my independence. Quickening to come alive, vitality. Yeah, this one too. Okay, so we have the two biggest change cards here. Too fast. This candle blew out. There was too much passion, too much fire, and then it blew out. That's what happened. Can you clarify the Page of Wands, please, even though I know we already know what that is. Why did this relationship burn out so fast? Well, right here, you didn't take your time. You just zipped in there thinking everybody knew. You know, you guys got way ahead of yourselves. This is basically what had happened. You guys swam out too far. Now you went out too far. Now you got to swim, right? These spirits, guys, angels are true, Christian, and true, grateful. Can you please clarify the Page of Wands? The spirit's like, no, you already nailed it. You don't need to. Ooh, that Justice card almost came out. Here we go. Okay, so this is the Strength card. 8, seeking solutions. So here, this makes perfect sense. Okay, so Strength is the major arcana, and we are in the full moon of Leo. This represents Leo. Interesting how, don't you love how that kind of works out? Like, and it's not even intentional either. It's just the way Spirit likes to, like, yeah, I'm the runner of the show, definitely. So here's the 8. It's Leo energy, new moon in Leo. So this is like taming of our instincts. Okay, so taming our instincts, our wild animal instincts, right? So there must have been a lot of passion in this, definitely a lot of passion. So here we don't have to kill it, right? But we do have to tame it, okay? So that way we can allow it to express itself so it can feel free, right? So it's like a realization, okay? So we learn the way to, like, we learn the ways to ourself and how to use like being able to visualize things, right? You can tame the nature of strength to go through different times of strength and fortitude, right? So that's what I think it didn't happen here, right? So this is both of them together, right? So this is the part where we have to learn how to tame our instincts, and that way we don't, like I said, we don't have to kill it, but we do have to tame it so we can allow it to express ourselves freely. And honestly, with the Star card in reverse, I don't think that was happening. I don't think that either one of you were able to express yourselves freely I'm not just talking about in a physical sense, but I'm talking about in an emotional sense, okay? Because it takes a lot for a relationship, not just on a physical aspect, but an emotion. You need all of it. You need the emotions, you need the physical, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I think the candle burnt out way too fast, because it was all physical, not so much. I'm not saying that there wasn't any emotion there. What I'm saying is that you guys did not know how to express it, especially with all this young energy on this side. I don't think that maybe your person has ever been through, and I'm not saying you have either, but I'm just saying you have the Hermit, which is wise. You have the Emperor, right? So this is more of, on your side, is telling me that you are more experienced, or you are more emotionally mature. That's the best way I could put it. I don't know how else to put it. And on this end, it's telling me that maybe they were not. Okay, so take it as it resonates. I'm not trying to cut them down. I'm just, yeah, look at this. Makes sense. 3 of Cups. Too much emotions in there. Wheel of Fortune, that's when something changed. Okay, so yeah, this makes sense. All right, this makes a lot of sense. And that's exactly what I thought. So I think that this was too much for your person, that maybe there was a third party. Third party could be, doesn't have to be another person. It could be anything. It could be, you know, a thought process. It could be a job. It could be a hobby. It could be whatever it is, a game, whatever it is. So just a third party is something that comes and interferes with the emotion or whatever it is. The cups are feelings, emotions, relationships, right? So something that comes and interferes, right? So there's 2 people in a relationship. The third cup would be something that kind of interferes with those 2 cups, okay? So then that's when something changed. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's when the cycle, the wheel started turning the other way, right? And the 4 of Swords, so the 4s are a mirror of deservingness, what we feel in our human nature that we deserve, right? So we think we know it all, and we think we know what we want, right? So this is Jupiter in Libra, and this is the Lord of Rest after strife, right? So this is like maybe a recovery after sickness, solitude, good for someone, okay? So this is like resting, right? So they got themselves in too much, maybe, possibly. They got themselves in too, so now they're in their heads. So, right, Swords are mental suits, which are our air signs, which is us, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. And 4s, like I said, are married to deservingness. Now, this is where somebody's resting after you know, this might have, you know, everything, the passion, everything that you guys went through and how it burnt out so fast. I think that they felt like they were maybe exhausted in this, possibly, because of the fact that they weren't able to express themselves in an emotional level. A lot of passion, but if you can't express that in a healthy manner, you know, energy's got to go somewhere, right? So that's what changed this relationship. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So nines are about self, their accumulation of its suit. Wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, which is fire energy. So the passion, the fire, this is like somebody that doesn't give up, but in the lower energy, this is somebody that did give up. So they did give up. This was too much for them. Do you see that? They're wounded. They're, you know, they put on a good fight, but they can't fight anymore, basically. So what I'm saying is they cannot keep up with this, whatever this was. And I don't think that they had any idea that it would ever be on this, be the level that it came to be. I don't think you did either, right? I really don't. It just sometimes happens, guys. You know, it wasn't anybody's fault, but it just happens. So this is the moon in Sagittarius. This is the Lord of great strength. So there's like no recovery at this time. Not enough strength to meet the situation. Yeah. So this is like, if it was upright, it would tell me that that person actually stuck with it. They fought a good fight. You know, they wanted to give up, but no, this is somebody that actually gave up. Now let's see the energy that they're in now, because this is what happened before in the situation. This is what's going on now. Okay. So we have, okay, look at the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So this person is coming towards you. Like I said, they're looking at something in a different way now. So maybe at the time it was too much for them. Maybe they got arrogant. You know, maybe they, you know, maybe it scared them. Maybe they felt threatened. Oftentimes that does happen. I'm not justifying anything. I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just saying that, you know, like if we get into something and we don't know what we're doing, and we get into this, well, we have to express our emotions and we don't know how. Like I said, energy's got to go somewhere. So they might have felt that this was way too much for them, or too like this, right? Taking something on too fast, and they don't know what to do, so they panic, right? But now maybe they grew up now, right? So maybe they're not this, you know, younger, immature version of unemotional intelligence or whatever it is. And now they are rushing towards you. The knights on the higher polarity are going towards you, and this is somebody that's on fire. Wands, they have a fiery horse, a fire, there's flames on his, you know, he's on his way, like his pants are on fire. Not saying that in a physical aspect, but this is impulse to freedom, and knights are movement, and they are on, this person is definitely on their way to you, or on their way to something, because they have a different outlook on something. They might see something differently now. They might have found something out. They might have, you know, been through, I don't know how long you guys have been separated, but, you know, maybe they realized that, you know, even though, you know, even though this was intense, right? And even though you guys took everything head on, you didn't really know what you're doing, it wasn't your fault either. You see what I'm saying? And oftentimes, like I said, sometimes we panic. And then they might realize, like, hey, they're looking at something in a different way. I'm going to pull more cards to find out what that actually is. So, yeah, this is impulse to freedom. It's fire and fire. Fiery horse, flames, a lot of enthusiasm, all moving to tendency of matter of change, positive, rushing in. Yeah. So they're seeing something in a different way. They're rushing in, guys. Let's find out. Can you please clarify, what is it that they actually are seeing in a different point of view now? What changed? Let's find out what that. So what changed with this person? Oh, working together. Okay, so then they realize, okay, this is the Three of Pentacles, another earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So these three people here, right? They built a beautiful, beautiful church. Without this one person, it wouldn't have been as beautiful. Without this person, it wouldn't have been that. You know what I'm saying? It would have been good, but not as good. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they had stuff that was good, but nothing has been ever good with you. And this is where they're learning to work together to actually build something beautiful. So then they realize that maybe they can't do this without you, or maybe they realize that life is just better with you. Just take it as it resonates, guys. But they are rushing in. They're seeing something in a different way. Can you please clarify this Five of Swords? Why did they feel defeated? Why do they feel defeated? Five of Swords. The Lord of Defeat. Seeing angels, and their angels might be pushing them towards you, possibly. The Empress, because you're absolutely beautiful. Threes are understanding. Three is Bana, the Great Mother. Understanding. They could also want to have a baby with you. You guys could have a baby together. You could be the baby mom. Just take it as it resonates, guys, okay? Yeah, so look at not making the right decisions, poor choices, and this was going off their path, right? So definitely they're on their way. There's understanding here. There's, you know, beauty, absolute beauty. Yeah, look at, is your glass half empty, half full, right? Like, God, was this really worth it? Like, God, it wasn't too bad. That was the change. You see that? In the beginning, it's like, God, is this all this blood, sweat, and tears for all this? And now they're hangman, and the change of point of view, or the change of the way that they're seeing something is, you know what, it wasn't too bad. And I learned a lot. And look at how big this garden is. It wasn't too bad. Now he's looking at it adoringly. That's the change. See that? I love that card. So let's get to you. Seven of Pentacles. We just went over that. Can you please clarify the Seven of Pentacles? Look at Ace of Pentacles. Something new, right? Change. Ace of Pentacles. God's holding up that pentacle up to the sun. There's a lot of energy, right? Like I said, you just don't know where that path was going to lead, right? There was a lot of energy in this relationship, or this, you know, that, like I said, it went way too fast, guys. You guys went way too fast. Can you please clarify the Hermit, please? Ooh, that card wanted to come out, but it didn't. We can't force it either. It'll come out again. So can you please clarify the Hermit? Okay. Yeah, so this is letting go. Sometimes hanging on does more damage than letting go, right? So this is letting go. Change and transformation. Something ended. You got to close that door. Yeah, makes sense, right? You might have been hanging on for dear life, or what you didn't want to let them go, but then you had no choice. You had to let go. That's it. You know, you had to. But the thing about this is, you know, this card looks terrible, but it's really not. This is Scorpio, so something might have happened in Scorpio season in October, maybe. Maybe there was you had to let go. Maybe it wasn't your choice to let go. Interesting. Because they had to travel, remember? Did they get moved away from you, possibly? Or did they move away from you? Or can you please clarify the Ten of Cups in reverse, please? Let's get to where we're at right now. Ten of Wands. Okay, there's a burden, but you're doing this on your own accord, right? You feel like this is a burden. I'm not sure if you really want. Okay, yeah, walked away. You're walking away from this. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you learning the hard way, huh? There might have been cycles in this that kept repeating itself, and now, or something has happened and you're just like, you know what, I'm done. You were maybe forced to let go. For an inevitable ending, possibly, of too much of a burden for you. Carrying all those wands by yourself, nobody's helping you. The Devil, that's an illusion. But this is like maybe an addiction. Maybe they have an addiction, but somebody was forced to walk away. So this is the Eight of Cups, right? So Cups represents our feelings, emotions, and relationships, and Eights are seeking a solution. None of these cups are spilt, but this person is still walking away, right? So like, why would you walk away from something that, and the reason why he's walking away is because either this is somebody who runs away, who ran away from you, gave up on you. Okay, so maybe they walked away from you and you were forced to give, you know, like you were forced to, there's an inevitable end. You didn't want to let go, maybe, or you had to let go, like I said, because right there, you're, look at holding the cup, holding the pentacle cup, holding the pentacle, like, I got this, you know, but then you were forced to let it go. And hanging on does more damage than letting go, right? So then there's an inevitable ending. Something had to end. Something had to come to an end. Something did come to an end. Whether choice or not, it's too much of a burden. Maybe an addiction. Maybe they were forced to walk away from you or move away from you. Not only that, but this is like the card of the morning after the night before that never happened, which means that somebody didn't even stick around to see what would have happened. They just gave up before it even you could even find out, right? So remember, I said, you know, this was really rushed. Everything happened kind of fast, and people were not emotionally mature to actually express how they felt, even though physically, I'm sure it was off the chain, right? But this is when somebody this is the fear, and it could have been also been you because it's on your energy, but Then again, it could be them because of the burden, this passion or whatever, and then walked away from something before it even started, right? Here's the Ace of Cups. This is love. Knight of Cups, somebody's offering the cup. Pisces in reverse, the Hangman in reverse. So the Hangman in reverse is somebody that's not seeing, not that they're not seeing it in a different way, in a different light, but they're refusing to sacrifice anything, right? So this is like where somebody's on their tippy toes, anxiety, think that you have your only personality or only yourself to rely on, or that you're wasting your time. You feel like they wasted your time. Did they offer their cup to somebody else? This was their third party. So they walked away. Okay, so, okay. So this is like temptation, right? So something was tempted to them, and they took the bait, right? And they walked away from you, right? Even though there was love, and they offered their cup to somebody else. You see that? So that's why you feel like, yeah, I don't know if you even want this anymore, Gems. Let's find out. What is Gemini's overall energy in this relationship? Or with this connection, I should say. Well, that'll do it, huh? But like I said, you know, they might have just panicked because everything happened so fast. Oh, yeah. The ships, you don't want the ships to come in. You don't even care if they come in or not. And then the 8 of their travel away from you. So this is like coming in fast, or communication coming in. 8 of Wands in reverse is telling me that you don't want them to come towards you, or you don't want to go towards them. The Moon card and the 2 of Swords in reverse. So the Moon card would be our inner teacher, basically, or like evolution. Yeah. No, you're not having it anymore. Even though they're rushing in, they see you're absolutely beautiful. They know that they would defeat. Okay, that was the Lord of Defeat, was when they knew that they screwed up, huh? Okay, that makes sense. So this is the Moon in Libra, Lord of Peace. So there's a validation. So have to see for yourself, confusion, looking for the truth in the wrong way and out in the world. No peace, no truce. Okay, so you guys couldn't find a peace or a truce, and this is kind of like done for you. Let's find out their energy, because I know that they're rushing in, even though they're the ones that gave up, right? That's what changed this. Yeah, okay. The whole dynamic changed when they actually offered their cup to, maybe it was a Pisces even. Take it as it resonates, guys. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay, so here's the Queen of Swords in reverse, so there's no truth. Queen of Swords is about truth, right? She's poised. She's like the Justice card, a minor arcana version of the Justice card, if you will, right? So all the queens are specifically good at something. She's in reverse. So this is every action is a choice. Yeah, that makes sense. So now you're very cold, right? Capable of using that sword to sever the head from the heart. This is like a divorcee, like, oh, I'm done. Yeah. And this is the King of Cups. So the King of, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just, yeah, Spirit can be very comical sometimes, you guys. Because if that person did offer their cup to somebody else, the King of Cups is all about like a sex drive, right? So on the higher polarity, he's like drawn to a higher purpose. And you could also say that he had a very high sex drive, right? So in his lower polarity, he'd be drawn to his own purpose, right? So you could just see what he's going to do with his, that sex drive. He is upright, okay? So this is his energy, right? So he knows that you are like, nope. And this is his energy, like he's drawn to a higher purpose. He might have learned a lot about himself, right? That Hangman is a different way, seeing something a different way in a different light. But you're like, well, the damage is already done, right? This door's already closed. You already let go of this. you know, these fours here are the merited deservingness, what we believe that we want, right? And even though this was a friends with benefits thing, this is what I always tell everybody, not that it never ends well, because you're doing something on such an intimate level with somebody. And if you do it more than once, guys, there's going to be some kind of emotion in it. There's going to be some kind of feelings. We are human beings. We are not robots. We cannot take the emotion out of things, especially something so intimate. That's like saying, going into the kitchen and saying to the oven, no, don't get too hot. It's its whole purpose, you know, and being intimate, that's its whole purpose, is the emotion behind it, okay? So we are not robots. So keep that in mind next time you try to do a friends with benefits. You know, if you're going to keep on with this person, it's never going to work out well. Yeah, Lord of Dominion. We'll end it on this one, okay? Because there's nothing more after this. You guys already know. They might not know, but you might have to have that conversation with them, or just not even at all. They already walked away. You know, they already gave into temptation, and you're like, this is a burden, I'm done. So Mars and Aries, this is the Lord of Dominion. So Mars is the planet of war. Aries is the Emperor card. So this is like not happy, too much control, ruthlessness, poor management, no self-control, treat others beneath you. So yeah, you feel like they chose somebody else over you. You know, even if this was, so be it. You know, I don't see that in your end that you had any third party. I see it on their end. So people, every action is a choice, right? People need to realize that when they decide something, there are consequences to all of our actions. So this is your reading for this full moon, guys. Let you know that they are looking at something a different way, and you might, you know, I don't know. But to me right now, you're just not having it. So it's your prerogative, guys. We have free will from God, so we could decide just like they got to decide. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Love and light.